So I'm out here in the garage getting ready for PRI. As a first time really attendee, I've gone once before. That was way back when I was just there to grab as much free stuff as I could. Um, Touch and feel stuff, and yeah. I have been a lifetime car crazy person. Um, and it was just crazy to go there. Kind of like my first experience with, my first and only experience with SEMA. I probably will not go back to SEMA. It was not my jam. Um, it's cool to see. It was kind of bucket list item for me. But I don't like the glitz and the glam, and I'm not all about 24-inch wheels and body kits and underglow. I'd rather see uh, older cars rather than newer cars. Um, just kind of the way I am about things. Um, with that, I do believe there is a few cars that were at SEMA that are coming to PRI, but most of those are motorsports based. So my plan is not to be sticking this camera in everybody's face, asking for interviews, asking for, hey, you need to show me what you got because I have 200 followers, you know, big time YouTuber. Um, More going there just to, like I said, touch base with some of the manufacturers that I dealt with on this, that I had great experiences with. I'm a little bit old school as far as that goes. I like to shake hands. I like to meet either the people or the salesmen that I've talked to, um, let them know my experiences, because that goes a long way with them either keeping that experience going or, you know, maybe training people down in the long run. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I don't have any sponsors. Why should I? Really small. I don't get the foot traffic that these people need to give free parts to. Um, so I'm going there just to. I have a few things on my want to buy item or my want to buy list. Um, Maybe I'll put my Christmas present list in a little early. Um, but I'm going there with an idea of what I want for the car, um, rather than reach out to people on the phone. I feel like it's going to be nice to actually stop at their booth in person, and I just feel like I can get a better read on somebody if, um, you know, if I talk to them in person. Um, we are going there to talk to, there's 3 companies that I want to talk to about a rear axle for the car. As everybody knows, this is still a 10 bolt open diff 256 gears. It was just to get us going. So we are going to be upgrading this hopefully soon. But there's 3 companies: Quick Performance, Mosier, and Strange. I was leaning more towards Quick Performance, but now that I'm looking at it, I think we might go the Strange route. But I'm going to go there and I'll give you guys a follow-up video after this of my experience there. Might be at the end of this video, probably at the end of this video. But yeah, go through and see what they got. Like I said, I'm going there to talk to people. I'm not going there to stick cameras in people's faces. I'll probably do a couple of slow rollers across some things. But my goal is to go to talk to people. I like doing still shots of cars. I like photography. So I'll probably put a little bit of that in here at the end. But yeah, let's head to PRI. Now, PRI is a industry trade show. It is closed to the outside public, but there's quite a few people covering it. Yeah, it's just a good place for people in the industry to mingle and establish relationships and find out what new products are down the line. Now, PRI has no shortage of cool cars on display. Most of them are in the booths, like this 68 Camaro with the supercharger sticking out of the hood, done in this beautiful flat red. Now, in the Taycan booth, there's a few cars I'd like to show you, starting with this 57 Chevy pickup with the Duramax swap, sitting on AccuAir suspension. And also in the Taycan booth was this beautiful GT3 Z4 featuring a Mercedes engine, all of the aero, and even a crank-driven supercharger. And sticking with the BMWs, in the CSF Coolers booth was this beautiful G80 M3 sporting quite a few upgrades, including a upgraded turbocharger, putting down 1,300 horse. And in the Vibrant Performance booth was this beautiful Toyota Tacoma, sporting a 2JZ under the hood and plenty of beautiful welds. And in the LME Engines booth was a car that almost needs no introduction. Probably one of the craziest F-bodies in the country, maybe even in the world. So like I said, came back from PRI, had a great experience, was there Friday and Saturday. I left early on Friday morning, so I was there from open Friday morning to close Friday night. And then Saturday also I was there from open, well, before open, because the hallway you can get in there and I can get some stills and stuff while nobody's around. Just kind of look over the stuff in the hallway. The big rooms don't open until 9 for spectators or buyers or whatever. It doesn't open till 9. So I use that opportunity to walk around the hallways where they have some pretty cool cars scattered, and had a time to do it on my own with barely anybody around. So surprisingly, I figured it'd be the opposite. Friday was the busy day. Saturday just seemed slower. There just wasn't a whole lot of people around, and I actually got a rhythm together and was able to go around and mingle with some companies, and I don't know. I made some business cards up so that I could hand it out and make it easy for them to find my social media. Not like I'm expecting any deals or parts or anything from it. I did talk to a company that does cell phone mounts because I have been looking for something. Well, they make cell phone mounts, they make suction cup mounts, they make everything. I've been looking for something for a, I guess what you'd call it is an autocross rig. Something that will hold, I use these little DJI mics, something that'll hold my DJI mic, camera, and yeah, something I don't have to risk falling off the side of the car. Turns out they're pretty close to me, so we might be working a little bit together on trying some stuff out. I'm going to try to fling some cameras off the sides of cars and see what works. So we'll go down the route more on that. I did come up and figure out which company I'm going with my rear end. Mainly because they treated me well. I'm a nobody. Like I said, average Joe coming up to you and asking you about rear axles and stuff. And they treated me with respect. And when somebody famous walked up, they didn't just ignore me and let me stand there. So, like I said, I get it. They sell a lot more parts than I do, but I'm still a customer too. So Strange was the company that stood out to me, just for the simple fact of they treated with me with respect. So I will be talking to them soon, hopefully, getting a 9-inch in this car before spring, possibly. Luckily, they're close to me. I am roughly an hour away from their manufacturing plant, so maybe I can talk them into when I go up there to pick up my rear axle. Maybe do a walkthrough of their plant. I don't know. But hopefully, I'm going to give them an email here and kind of get the ball rolling on getting a axle ordered. I did talk to Willwood also, and we do have a Willwood 4-piston caliper in this, and I have an idea for that. They have some brackets that they work with a different company on, so I can maintain this brake system on a different axle, even though this is for a 12-bolt. I'd be going to something, like a 9-inch. It's not the same bracket. So, got something worked out with that. That was another good one that I accomplished while I was there. Yeah, it was just nice to go around and mingle and get some crazy ideas, and we got a lot of crazy ideas for this. So, after the rear axle, my transmission would be the next thing to do as far as changing. I did get to hook up with Bubba Rafferty at 501 Performance while I was there. Just kind of saw him in passing. Got to shake his hand and thank him for the converter. That I paid for, he built me a badass converter. We've been talking about a turbo 400 for this. Since I am planning on doing quite a bit of different things with this, I would like to do a 3S challenge type of deal at LS Fest, which is autocross, stop, start, and drag racing. we'll see about that. So I'm jibber jabbering here. I will let you guys go. This kind of might be a shorter one than normal. It's not my normal half hour. But yeah, come on back. We're going to start diving into this thing. And got some stuff coming in shortly for it that I might be able to offer off to you guys. So come on back. We will get going back on this car.